What is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite IT with Uncle Tendencies in the building. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy pre-Friday Eve. Happy NFL Hall of Fame game day. Reminding everybody we are still doing our back to school drive. If you would like to contribute, please hit the Cash App and put back to school drive in the comments for us. Put back to school drive in the comments for us. I'm getting all my announcements out of the way first. All my announcements out the way first. All my announcements out the way first. Y'all come on in and tell me what y'all drinking. Hit the like, hit the share. They are both right there. Hit the like and the share. They are both right there. Oh, goodness. Thursday. We got some good hoops coming up. Before we get into the hoops, though, let me remind y'all, please tap in with the Black and Missing Foundation, Inc. Too many missing persons of color do not get the attention they deserve. Black and Missing Inc. organization is working to help change that. So y'all go to blackandmissinginc.com. Learn more, share missing stories, submit tips, support the mission, hashtag help us find us. Good morning. Let me know what y'all drinking on coming in here this morning. Top of the AM. Let's get the day started. Now, the last time we pulled up, we was having a conversation about college hoops. And I told y'all we would finish the conversation about college hoops. I told y'all, hey, don't worry about it. We're gonna finish this conversation. It's a conversation that must be had because we inside 100. We inside 100 days. We are inside 100 days to college hoops. So let's have some fun with it. Let's have some fun with it. Hey, and coming in, we're gonna talk about college hoops, but we can also talk about last night's games too. Tell me what's on y'all mind. As always, this is y'all show. I'm up here as long as y'all up here for this one. And we got some great games coming up tonight that we can talk about. Some great games coming up tonight that we can talk about. So y'all come on in. Let's get to it. Okay, let me get my Coca-Cola together. I am so glad that it is Thursday. I'm excited about the start of football, but really excited about that Aces Fever game tonight. It's time to quit playing around. We got to just go ahead and show everybody the Aces mean business. The Aces mean business. Court Bentley, what up? Happy Friday Eve, fam. Happy Friday Eve. So, as we get ready to get into this conversation for real, let me make sure I got my medicine and everything together. All right. Let me remind y'all what we talked about already and what we still need to talk about. So, I came in here planning to cover the 26-27 college ball women's college basketball landscape, but the conversation got deep and we didn't get all the way through that. We talked South Carolina, we talked the Trojans, we talked JuJu Watkins, we talked UConn, we talked Sarah Strong, UCLA. We're gonna talk UCLA again. Let me get the comments up here. Charles Billings, what's up, fam? We talked Texas building around Madison Booker. We talked Michigan. We talked Oklahoma State bringing in 8 transfers. And y'all know what happened when this chat get active. I mean, the opinions get strong, and we go down all kind of rabbit holes. I want to talk a little bit more to y'all this morning about the tournament expanded and the way the top 6 teams are going to be seeded according to their true ranking, regardless of conference affiliation. So all that making sure that 2 SEC teams don't meet too early is over, right? All of that is over. You can't move down simply because the selection committee is trying to protect another team from somebody in their conference. You got to come see us. Man, I'm saying us because I think for the most part they try to keep SEC teams from seeing us. Bugs, what's up, fam? Jump in the conversation. That's supposed to make the regular season matter way more than bracket convenience. So, and it also means that we could see a third or fourth matchup between conference rivals before we even get to the Final Four. Y'all know what that means? College basketball about to be so lit. It's about to be so lit because where you finish matters. It ain't just like, hey, we just trying to check some boxes to see what the committee do. The top 16 get seated in their true ranking regardless of conference. That means if 1 through 10 is SEC teams, then 1 through 10, that's your ranking going in. And let the chips fall where they may. More teams, more games, more television, more advertising, more postseason units, more money. Financial stakes going up, period. So when the NCAA is telling us, yo, this is about access, okay, yeah, it does create some access. It creates opportunity. It creates exposure. But we're not going to act like it doesn't create revenue. So pretending that money is not part of the motivation is that would just be dishonest. Now, another question that I would like to ask, and another conversation that I would like to have is, these colleges adding these Black female assistant coaches to their staff late in the season here. What y'all think about that? Not to be a hater, but does this mean UConn doesn't just get an automatic high seed due to the Big East being so weak? It doesn't mean that to me. It doesn't mean that. To me, UConn will still be, as far as rankings go, true rankings 1 through 16, they'll still be high. Because they're still I expect them to still have pretty at least moderate success with their non-conference schedule, and then like their conference schedule. Like I said, to me, when Gino comes in to start the season, to me the little leash trophy and all of that stuff is already there. They just drop it off. Don't nobody want to keep coming back to stores for all that. Y'all gonna win this thing. Here you go. Pick it up at the beginning of the season, man. There's no competition. There is no competition. Literally, there is no competition for UConn in the little leagues. And if I'm missing a team that did something in this offseason that's going to be able to rival what UConn does, y'all remind me in the chat. But they might as well, to me, just deliver all that shit to Gino at the beginning of the year. And it ain't even being a hater, Bugs. I understand what you're saying, but no, it doesn't move Gino from there. Kendra, what's up, fam? But I do want to. So we got Nikisha Sales getting picked up. Gino picked up Nikisha Sales. Vic Schaefer then went and picked up Victoria Vivians. And then Corey Close then went and picked up Noel Quinn. You understand? I see a pattern. Now, are any of those women on the path to be the next head coaches at the universities that they're at right now? I have no idea. But I see a pattern, and I'm interested. My spidey senses is up. I'm watching to see how this play out. Okay, so this because these are the things that we should have been seeing already. These are the things that we should have been seeing already. I told y'all the other day, I think that this means Shay Ralph, you may not be headed straight back to UConn. You better make Vandy work. Nikisha Sales, true hooper. these coaches is bringing in players who I believe already understand their expectations, they defensive standards and the type of culture that they're trying to bring in. I think I think the commission confirmed, and if I'm wrong, the commission will definitely correct me, and y'all keep me honest in the chat as well. I believe Noelle Quinn was a Bruin. I believe Vivians played for Schaefer at Mississippi State, and I believe Nikisha Sales played at UConn. So let's get into all of that. But I also want to finish the player conversations that we never got to have. So we didn't get to talk about Hannah and our expectations for Hannah this year. So let me know what you're expecting from Hannah. Hannah, big dog, doggo. Hannah, all dog, all go. Hannah, doggo. Madison Booker. No bright lights Booker. No breaks Blakes. Rolls Royce Joyce. I don't know if we ever gave Sarah Strong a nickname. And we didn't give JuJu Watkins a nickname either. She's JuJu. The National Player of the Year race. Breakout players. Uche, Izoje, and what Syracuse is building around her. We can also, we talked a little bit about the players organizing and new NIL opportunities. If anything else come up, y'all let me know. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me make sure that I just spoke to everybody in the chat. Nandi, what's up? What's up? What's up? I actually never wanted Shay to come back. She's building her legacy at Vandy. So I didn't have an opinion either way, but I'll be honest. But I always felt like up until I just heard them say that they brought in Nikisha Sales, I thought that there was a chance if Gino was leaving after everything that happened with Dawn this last offseason, that you could see Shay Ralph take her and her luggage, which is Louis, to stores. I thought, if Gino decides to just walk away, could we be looking at a season where we would be talking about, okay, now we're gonna have Mikayla Blakes and Sarah Strong and Blanca Quinones and Galvin, as a core, right? I considered what that would look like. Didn't happen. But with the hiring of Nikisha Sales, it's like, oh yeah, Shay. I don't think that it ain't just like, oh, next in line. So really build your legacy at Vandy. I don't know how seriously she had been taking that. Kiera, what's up? But yeah, a few of those coaches are on their way out. Got to keep the recruits coming in. Well, and that's my problem right there, Buds. That's my problem. I don't need Nikisha Sales, Noelle Quinn, and Victoria Vivians to be glorified recruits. These are these are champions. These are I don't know if Noelle. I don't think Noelle was a champion. I don't know if Noelle was a champion, but this is high basketball experience. This is high basketball IQ. These are at least Noelle. This is a head coach from the WNBA coming here. So pipeline connections, understanding. She just worked in Unrivaled. So I like Noelle being around the youth. I wish that Noelle was in the head coaching position, right? At one of these major programs. But I don't want them there just to get the names. I don't want them there just to get the names. I don't want them there just to get the talent. We got Simone Augustus down at LSU. Like, coaches are starting to get in places, but I need them to be in places that don't have glass ceilings. I need them to be in places that have real paths to the next level of whatever that is they want to do. If that's general manager, if that's some type of other executive, if that's a head coach, whatever that looks like, I need for it to be real paths and not just titles. Yeah, I see the play too. But here's the thing. And the thing about Victoria was so quickly after Sid. So it was like, What made that opportunity different? Okay, and maybe it's just that Sid is a little bit more tenured in what she in her coaching, right, in her coaching career, and it was time for her to go someplace else. Because I told y'all all the time, I believe that the successor at Texas last name is Schaefer as well. They don't have to, they don't have to change anything. They don't have to, they don't have to update the phone book with their name in it, change the name on the office door, parking lot, parking space sign, none of that. But it could be beneficial for Victoria, because she's a younger coach, new coach, getting her coaching legs. So good place to start, and then kind of jump off the porch from there. So be interesting. It's going to be interesting. They're all in different places in their coaching career, so it'll be interesting. But I think that Nikisha Sales definitely should be in a discussion for seeing if she can build her way to being the next head coach when Gino's finished. At least getting this, have a conversation. But do y'all believe that going to a 76 team tournament is going to make March Madness better? That's a real honest question. I want y'all to answer that for me. Do you believe expanding the tournament really makes March Madness better? Or is this just a money grab? Does it make it better? That's my thing. And I asked that because for me, even at 64, what was it, 68, because you had the play-ins, I'll be honest, there's probably already 32 teams that I wasn't interested in seeing. Okay. If not, 32, and then 48 of them, really. It was like, do we really need this? But I understand the money. I understand the business of it. But does it make it better? I mean, are we going to see better basketball? Are we going to see more competitive hoops? What we got going on? A money grab? Okay. Yeah. To be honest, I have some concerns about them watering down the game for a cash grab. Watering it down. Oh, talk to me about that. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, it's all good. You don't got a clue. It's okay. We're going to keep talking. Third Ward Report. What's up? I mean, I think it'll give more exposure to players and teams that can benefit from it. Okay. Let's have a real conversation. Let's say, okay. Kira, I'm glad you brought that up, because I've heard a few people say that. But here's the thing. And let's you know me, because y'all know me. I'll boo a kid. Boo! I'll boo a kid. No problem with it. No problem. I'm gonna hug them after and just let them know, hey, whatever that was they was trying, that's not for you. And then try to help them find what their real passion and talent is. But yeah, I'm gonna let a kid know, hey, come on from there. That ain't for you. You're not good at that. You tried it. You're not getting better at that. We're not gonna put our money and time into that. That's not working out for you. And yes, I get it. You can put anything, you can do anything you put your mind to. I get that. I get that. But sometimes you put your mind to stuff that your body just ain't gonna be able to do. And you have to be able to share that with a kid. Hey, you just got 2 left feet. Slim, ain't gonna work for you. Let me tell you what you can do. Okay. So my question, and I'm glad that we're right here, is for the people that it's gonna get more exposure to, do they have a chance of going pro? No. They don't. You feel me? They don't. Here's the thing. The 4 teams that they invited into the play-in, not many of them have a real opportunity. Now, will it give them? And the other thing is this. These kids have agents and NILs and brands and sponsorships and all of this stuff going on. They're putting their tape out there. By the time March comes, we know who's who. We know what's what. We know who's going to do what. We know the couple players in a couple spots that, if they'd got the chance to play someplace else, they would, maybe it would have been different. But by March 17th, 18th, 19th, we're not, and there's no surprises left. There are no surprises left in college hoops. Not on this channel, because my chat better than yours anyway. All the talent, y'all gonna come tell me about it. The most obscure play says, did you see this girl now? You understand? And then we're gonna go look, and it was gonna be like, ooh, she's really good, and it's too bad that she didn't get a chance to play someplace else, or that was a one-off game, and she really's not that. Okay? Because y'all know that March is when I get to telling y'all what? Hey, Mandarin loading. They better get their Mandarin up. Better get your Duolingo. Whatever that is for you. Rosetta Stone, whatever that is. Because a lot of y'all are going overseas. So to take this thing out to 76 teams, for what? For what? Other than just the money. It is definitely a money grab to me. I get it. It sounds good. I get it. Okay, now let me put my auntie hat on. Now, I understand for teams 68 to 76, for teams 68 to 76, right? The majority of those young ladies coming in, they probably knew going into college that they didn't really have an opportunity where they were gonna play for a national championship or really be headed to the WNBA in a traditional type of route. So for them, right, to be able to go to the tournament and have that experience, no matter what because at the level that they would probably play at, they're going to be hosted at a school site. So to be able to come out to the CLA and play against those players and meet those players and those coaches and have those experiences, great. Love that for just life, being able to tell a story. But for basketball purposes, no. And then when are those games? When are those games going to start? When does the tournament end now? Because at some point we have to start thinking about these women already only got 3 hours to get ready to go be pros. You finish the national championship on April the 7th, and then the WNBA draft is like what, April 14th? The turnaround is crazy. And so we're adding more games. Are we getting more buys? Like I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. More under level teams qualifying, refs getting worse by the day, all in the name of less athletic players still being able to score. Damn the defensive end, hate it. Great points. And this may hurt some people's feelings, but it's just an example of our continued fucking behavior that we have with letting losers do winners shit. It's 64 teams that go to the tournament. If you're not one of those 64, too bad for you. Work harder. I don't want to have to watch now 3, 4, 5 days of basketball for somebody to get an opportunity that their skill set didn't really earn them. Okay, and that might be a little harsh. But that's how I feel about it. For what? What are we watching this for? Now we're gonna be up here going, oh my gosh, this is hard to watch. I can't wait till Saturday. I can't wait till the big dogs show up. Oh my gosh. When are they playing again? I'm not here for that shit. They use these kids up and throw them away if we let them. I think the important thing for me is this. Talent has to still matter. Coaching has to still matter. Guard play has to still matter. Depth in the front court has to still matter. Or we're on our way to being the NBA. And who wants that? Most of y'all won't even watch the NBA. Some of y'all is like, hey, okay, in the playoffs. Some of y'all is like, the All-Star game, my favorite player. Some of y'all is like, if nothing else is on. I don't want that for women's basketball at any level. Women's basketball is too fire right now. It's too lit. It's physical. It's competitive. It's chippy. Got the best athletes in the world, some of the best shooting, some of the best defense. Yeah, I've been over the participation trophies, Bugs. I ain't here for it. I don't hand them out. To me, here's the thing: if you shouldn't even sign up to play in a tournament that got participation trophies or certificates. For what? I don't need a trophy to know that I lost, to remember that I lost. The fact that I lost should remind me that I was there, and it should have me in the gym every motherfucking day trying to get better. I got a trophy up here, like I done did something. Me and the winner both got trophies. What? I ain't got time. I don't know that era. I don't understand that era. We didn't let all of those things, talent, coaching, guard play, front court depth, all of that has now gotten attached to money, administration, health management, roster stability, right? All of those are connected to those things. Now, I do want to oh God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now last night they weren't acting right. But right now, and I really meant breaking news. I really meant breaking news right now. And maybe that's why it was making sure it was working right. It was working last night. Now I got ESPN and Robert Man Media both reporting. So, ladies and gentlemen, can y'all hear me? Is this thing on? Let's get ready. Breaking news: USA Basketball has announced its roster for the upcoming FIBA World Cup. Are y'all ready for this? 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 So, our USA Basketball roster for the upcoming FIBA World Cup: Aaliyah Boston, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Ryan Howard, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young. Thoughts? Let's talk about it. Get in the chat. I'm going to say it again. FIBA World Cup: Aaliyah Boston, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Ryan Howard, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young. Talk to me about that roster, y'all. Talk to me about that roster. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, okay. So Carol Lawson, you got some. Wow. Let me see if I can put this up for y'all. Let me see if I can get that up. Let's see if we can get this up. No leash. So here, what I can't figure out about Alicia Gray is, has Leash told them that she only wants to play 3x3? No leash. No AT. Let me see if I can get it up. All right, let me share my screen. Let's share the screen and talk about it. So and we were supposed to be talking college hoops. How y'all feel about this roster? How y'all feel about this roster? Let's talk about it. Kyle Overleash is a choice. I'm trying to figure out how Ryan Howard got on the goddamn team. I'm trying to figure out how Ryan Howard got on the team. Where's the defense? Jackie, Asia. Angel gonna rebound. Leah gonna rebound. Defense. What the hell is going on here? Y'all keep acting like we ain't got the best team in the league, but once again, here go 3 aces. Got to go win the gold. Wow. Well, okay, let me say this about Kyle Overleash. Kyle won a gold already. And Kyle was that bitch in Paris. Remember? So, to me, I don't know why Kyle's so small down here. I don't know why she's so small down there in the corner. Because she was a big part of what Team USA did. Stewie gonna have to hoop. Asia gonna have to hoop. Jackie gonna have to hoop. We shall see. We shall see. I think that we had already. I'm glad to see the Angels on the team. I wasn't sure if Angel was going to be able to make the team because I thought that AT was going to be on this roster. So I'm glad to see that she made it. I think that Alyssa Thomas should have been on this roster. I remember Paris, and I remember when we got to Paris at first, and Alyssa Thomas was the only physical player that we had that was dealing with the international physicality until everybody else kind of caught up with it. So it's going to be interesting. I think that's going to have to be Chelsea. But it's going to be interesting to see how to use the point guard, too. A lot of guards here. Maybe Chelsea's going to be moved to like a wing or something. But, yeah. All right, USA. Okay. That is interesting. Interesting. AT wasn't making the team when they decided CC was. That's disrespect for the AT, though. Because AT went to help win the gold last year. So that's just me. That's just me. But I feel like this league has continued to disrespect AT. I don't think that they respect her greatness enough. I don't think they celebrate what she brings to the league enough. Yeah, I just I don't know what their thing is with AT. But wow. Okay. The players were selected by Sue Bird and approved by the USA Basketball Board of Directors. Head coach Kara Lawson will be assisted by Natalie Nikase, Nate Tibbetts, Stephanie White. Additionally, Jose Fernandez from the Dallas Wings and Tia Jackson from Duke University will serve as scout coaches. And we will open play against China on September 4th. We'll play Italy on September 6th. Czechia on September 7th. Yeah, we're going to be right here watching together. Semifinals set for September 12th. And the finals will take place September 13th. We got to go get gold. Very disrespectful to AT. Angel been hooping. Angel been hooping. It's nothing against Angel. I don't nothing against Angel, but AT been hooping. But I'll be honest. I believe that the decision to have AT not be on this roster was made way before the incident. It was made. I believe it was made way before the incident. So that's just my opinion, because I don't think AT didn't play. AT didn't play on FIBA earlier this year. ATL Erica, what's good, fam? How goes things? All right, so I had to get that information out there. This is political at its best, which is sad for the game in USA basketball. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. We have some pretty talented international individuals in this WNBA league. And it's gonna be interesting to see how we match up with the Bomb and Dom and Lacan and Salon and Yeru and Jones. Who it's a well, we don't have to play them right now, but it'd be interesting. Oh, like they just aged her out like BG. Okay. Let me okay, wait. Let me no, wait. Wait. Okay. Okay, Bugs. Let's be for real. Do you think that USA basketball just aged BG out? Is that what you think happened? Let me know. Lionel Jenkins, what's up? Like, did you look at this list and like smack your lips and be like, what? No BG? Like, as a real question, fam. Real question. Like, was that your reaction when you saw the list? Like, no BG? I'm wondering. Commish, what's happening? Because I'm gonna be honest, Bugs. Like, that wasn't like, oh, when I looked at that, when I read off that list, I didn't want, not one time when I was like, oh man, no BG. No, I didn't say that. I was surprised BG was on the last team. Okay. I don't think that BG has been BG for a long time. Period. And nah, LOL. I mean, like, everyone gets old eventually. In AT's case, I think it had to do with Caitlin. Oh, okay. You think it had to do with Caitlin? Like I said, I think the AT was off that team. So you think that that way back when they put Caitlin on the team the first time, that it was the AT was like, oh no, AT, because Caitlin's gonna be on this team, you can't be on the team. Because to me, it looks like to me, it looks like Angel took AT's spot. That's what it looks like to me. Like, they got a what they what they would call a younger model of AT, because they keep trying to make Angel like AT. They both DMV. They can be power. They can be point forwards. They can be physical. So I hear that talk. Not that I think they're the same, but I think that people try to make them very similar. Wait, we have said BG not on the team. Same BG just been on the bench for Connecticut. No. I was getting clarification as you came in the door. Because the comment was, oh, like they just aged her out like BG. And I was like, whoa, did you think BG should be here? So no, I was just getting clarification. Yeah, Angel over AT. I think that's what we saw. Angel over AT. And I think as much as we've had people like, nah, CC shouldn't be on the team. I don't think that the physicality or the referees are going to bode well for CC. That's my opinion. So I wouldn't have had her on this team. But I think, for a long time we've been saying, she's probably on the team. But like Okikiola coming. I think. Oh yeah, two things can be true. Angel hooping and after the whole incident just sealed everything. Okay. I don't need well, I also don't necessarily think that I'm not a person who believes that Angel and Alyssa Thomas are just a one-to-one trade like that. Like, oh yeah, you just pop AT out and pop Angel and pop Angel in. I don't I don't think that. Um yeah, I don't know why people think that. Um and it's not a knock on Angel. And it's not a knock on AT. It's just that they do different things to me. Like Angel is me bounds. She gonna get the rebound. She gonna put it back. She gonna do that, right? She gonna do that. But Angel got one triple double in her career. One trip dub in her career. Alyssa Thomas, correct me if I'm wrong, leads the WNBA in triple doubles in a career. Am I tripping? Yeah, I'm still taking my medicine. So if I'm tripping, let me know. Yeah, I agree, but there's only 12 spots, so more or less it does work that way, taking this person's spot. Got you. It's funny, Kara has been calling a lot of fever games this year, been very critical of how CC operates sometimes, but loves Aaliyah. So here's the real deal, right? About what's getting ready to happen for USA basketball for the foreseeable future, for as long as this young lady is allowed to continue to play, right? Whoever the coach is, whomever that is, they have to have a conversation with themselves before they take the position to just know that she's on the team and that she's on the team, and the drama and the weirdness and the fuck that comes with having to deal with her and her people. Like, do you want to deal with that? It's just something that is part of the job description. If you want this job, you have to be able to accept that, because they're not moving away from her anytime soon. They're going to cash this cow as long as they can cash this cow. If that makes sense. Now, it is unbelievable to me that this cow is still cashing like it is, because to me the basketball hasn't lived up. But that's just me. I'm into winners and shit like that. Every team need their enforcers. Yeah, but here's my problem with that, Lionel Jenkins. Every team needs their enforcers. Angel Reese is more than an enforcer. And what I don't want, and what they've set these women up for, is to be attacked if they don't come and be the enforcer or the savior for CC if it gets too physical out there for her, right? I don't want them like, oh, why didn't they they're beating CC up, why they not helping CC? I'm not here for that. I'm not here to have a whole bunch of black women having to be running around trying to take care of her while we on the road trip. I'm not here for that. And that's the thing that I see happening right now is now they on the same team. We really finna see these stands get down, and this is gonna make FIBA basketball so fucking hard to watch. That's my big thing. The Angel stands, the CC stands. I'm not here for it. Oh, she didn't. Look how she looked at her. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for any of that shit. Reminder: the Sue and the committee makes the final roster spot decisions. Oh, as I just pointed out, Sue, as they said in the article, Sue chose the team, and it was approved by the board of directors. Yeah, and then we got, I also mentioned that we have Jose Fernandez and Tia Jackson joining as scout coaches, with of course Natalie, Nate, and Stephanie as assistant coaches. Yolanda Wells, what's up, fam? I'm curious how people refs respond to CC. They're going to be the same they've always been, or they're going to bend the knee. Did they bend the knee this summer? Remind me. I mean, she got MVP. Did they bend the knee? I don't remember, y'all. Seriously, I don't remember. I watched so much basketball since then. I can't remember off the top of my head. Remind me how they did her. We were in Puerto Rico. Were we in Puerto Rico? Kayla's not going to be in charge of Team USA. First thing, she's not going to be captain. It's Asia and then Stewie. Yeah, it's gonna be this right. This is you're gonna have to get in line. You're gonna have to get in line. And then who starts? The point guard is in the building. Paige is in the building. See, I'm not here for the whining. I'm not here for all. Oh, listen. Whew. I'm gonna start thinking right now about what the rules is. I'm gonna start thinking right now about what the rules is for FIBA basketball, because I know I'm gonna have to have the big guns out. I'm gonna have to have wrenches in the chat. Fuck the dubs in the chat. The dubs in the chat gonna be the wrenches. They bent the knee, giving her that fake ass award. Okay, so now we gonna see. Now we gonna see. Now we gonna see. Was Asia MVP last time she played? Remember. So hey, so I got a question. I will just throw this out there. Are we sure? Are we sure that Asia and Stewie will be captains? Or will they be like Asia and Caitlin as captains? Talk to me. Talk to me. Pro Lounger, what up? But big dog in the building. A was FIBA MVP, but last World Cup MVP was Stewie. Yeah, A was Olympic MVP, and I think she was Olympic Athlete of the Year too, or some shit. Right? Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm interested. Yeah, Asia's MVP in the Olympics. I'm not talking about the Olympics. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I specifically meant FIBA. See, she's gonna get a rude awakening how things are. Is she or will we? That's my question. Is she gonna get a rude awakening, or are we gonna be the ones to get a rude awakening? Captains are voted on by the team. No, that girl won't be the captain. Okay. All right. I'm just saying we had never seen an all-star game where they was like, hey, these two is already picked. Now build a team around them. Right? We've never seen that until we seen it. So, hey, I just got my popcorn out because I want to see how this shit really gonna go. I want to see how this is really gonna go. And I want to know, are they gonna use this world stage to be honest? Or are they gonna use this world stage to make a point? And with the way this world is going, especially in this country, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I hope it stay the same. I hope it stay the same, just like that. I hope they don't get in here and get to appointing people and messing stuff up and all of that. Okay. The USA committee got Nike's claws in them. I wouldn't be shocked at all if we see shenanigans. You don't think they finna be trying to sell that girl's motherfucking shoes in September? All right. Do the shoes drop in September? Somebody tell me when their shoe drop. Somebody tell me when that shoe drop. And I know the agents at Nike too. And this is why I'm saying this is why I'm asking, will we see a situation where it's Asia and Caitlin as the captains of this team and Stewie left out with her Pumas? I'm just asking. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of USA basketball. I don't even try to act like I do, but I'm never surprised now by the stuff that I see. Asia and Stewie will be captains. This is CC first time on a real senior national squad. Okay. Exactly. Okay. France will pack us up if we want to play games. Ooh. Good morning. Brenda, what's happening? No worries. Lisa Peel, what's up, Bam? 9 o'clock get here early, don't it? 9 o'clock come fast. 9 o'clock get here fast. I'll be like, damn, it's 9 o'clock. Woo, time to work. So y'all, I just, I've lived long enough to see things taken from us. Okay, I lived long enough for they were like, oh shit, they beat that man up on the videotape. Ain't no way. Yeah, they going to jail. We all seen it. We seen it. Yeah, when you commit a crime on a video, you go to jail. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Show us shit what happened. So I've lived that long. Okay. So I know. Listen. The political climate in this country right now is going. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. And sports is one of the biggest stages that they send political messages. So I won't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep living and keep watching. They start CC and player 30 minutes. We aren't making it out the group. Her defense is that bad. Oh, yeah, no. First up is China. Who we see first? My Yamamoto? Is that we play China first? That's my Yamamoto, ain't it? I'm seriously, I'm asking a real question. Does my Yamamoto play for? Is she from China? Does she play for that team? I'm trying to understand who we're gonna see. Lee Yuru? Tell me who it is. Because my goodness, we can't be relying on her defense. No, that was Japan we played, right? Yamamoto was at Japan. Is that right? Let me get everybody correct. I ain't took my medicine yet. So China, that'll be Yuru. I think that's Lee Yuru. I think. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Besides Alyssa Thomas. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I won't say it like that. Do y'all think there was a snub on this team? And that's why they got Ryan, Kai, Jackie to play defense for anti-ally KP and Page. Ryan is here to play defense? Oh, gosh. Here they go. Here they go. They really finna try to sell this Ryan as decoy story too, off this one block shot. Is Ryan gonna get to USA basketball and suddenly become a different basketball player? Hanshu, and Lee Yuru. Huh? Awak Kawir, Our Farm. Who else? Dominique Malonga coming. Who else? Call some of them names. Alamon coming. Lacan, late. Who Nogic went home. Who I'm forgetting? Johannes is coming. Who else? Name them. Ryan is objectively a better defender than those three I named. So yes, she is there to play defense. What else she here for? I don't know. Objectively better defender than those three, but okay, I get that part. Is she gonna choose to play defense? What Ryan shows up? Mm, 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 mm. Okay. So she's not in Atlanta to play defense? Y'all know me. Here's the thing. Y'all already know me. I have zero respect for players who don't show up every day at work and then show up when we go international and play basketball. Y'all remember how hard I was on DeLeo? Y'all might not know her as DeLeo yet. Gustafson. Y'all remember? I remember, and I was like, Meg, did you get to Paris and do this? Nah. All right. Well, we'll see. But I do think Team USA is making a mistake thinking that they can just plug Angel in for AT. They do two different things. They're two different players. Similar, but not the same. Okay. But remember, we're gonna kick this thing off against China, September 4th, Italy, September 6th. Let me see what happened after that. One second, child. Dang. I pulled World Cup up. We not even know. They got it looks like Johannes, Baum, and Yuru on the front page here of this thing. Okay. Bro, where's the schedule? Oh, they ain't got it up yet. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Let's get out the group play. We got to get out the group play first. Camila Cardoso, is Brazil playing? Did Brazil make it? I don't remember. So we about what? Less than a month away? Less than a month away from the first game? No Brazil? Damn it. That's okay. Rest up, Miller. Rest up, Miller. Rest up, Miller. Rest up. Yeah, it came back to me in a couple of CRS minutes. It would have came back to me in a couple of CRS minutes. Oh shit. Do we want to go back to college hoops, or do we want to talk about what we saw last night? We can go back to college hoops. We talk what we saw last night on the CC show. Oh, listen, I'm telling you, 9 o'clock came too fast this morning. Like, it's 9 o'clock already. It's 9 o'clock already. It's always worse in the morning. It has to warm up. All right. So we was talking before the breaking news came out. We was talking about the expansion of the tournament. And I wanted to ask y'all. Well, I wanted to say this. I think this hurts the mid majors most, because if they're not gonna really evaluate like outside of the strongest leagues fairly, a lot of these teams like y'all was talking about, they get the chance, exposure, all of that. They don't really get a chance. So if like strength of schedule and quality wins really not gonna matter, even though they say, oh, it matters, they're really not gonna evaluate that. It doesn't matter. The other thing that hurts teams is because it ends up being strength of schedule and quality wins. If you don't have access to quality opponents, then shit, you don't get to play. You don't get to play anyway. Some of these major conference teams are not gonna play strong mid majors away from home. Y'all know who out there ducking the smoke. Not us. I'm not talking about South Carolina. We'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. You name it, we'll show up. We be begging for games. They'll invite a mid major to come play at their house, but they not going. They're gonna refuse that return game, or avoid the matchup completely because the mid major is not going to generate enough attention, and losing to that team could damage their ranking. So we're gonna see if the committee really fixes the structural problems with the way that they pick the teams anyway. Because if they don't fix that, I don't give a damn how much they expand it. It's always gonna be fucked up. Stephanie, what's up, bam? Miracle Rider, what's up? It's so many things that the committee should really consider. And I can hear the commission in my head right now. When the committee is really making decisions, what happens and what's lost is there's no context. And so context matters. And what I mean by that is that the committee, when making these decisions, they need to consider, did a program try to schedule some difficult games and everybody said no? Shit, like I asked all of these people. I didn't end up just playing rough side of the mountain U, right? and Westside Church of Christ, I didn't just end up playing them because that's what I wanted to do. I sent out requests. Nobody wanted to play me. Opponents is out here refusing home and home arrangements, and then mid-majors are paying the price for that. I dominated my league. Now, y'all give UConn credit for dominating their league, and they got a league full of JV teams. They got a league full of we can have a conversation about it. We can have a conversation about it. And that's not a knock on those programs. They are what they are. They're just not real true Division I level competition programs. Not in women's basketball. Now, I don't know what they do in any other sports, but in women's basketball, they don't meet the standard of a true Division I competitive team. But every year Gino gets a trophy, and every year Gino gets to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wherever he lands, because he dominates that league. We don't give other teams that opportunity. So the context matters. Did they dominate their league? Did they win away from home? Did they perform well against tournament level competition? Even if they didn't get the win, did they put a scare in them? Did they have their coach sitting at the mic talking about, no, I'm not going to play them again? Because, see, I done seen some of these coaches at the mic like, hey, we can't wait to play them again next year. And before they could even finish their press conference, the other coaches and y'all know what I'm talking about, in their press conference talking about, yeah, no, I don't think we'll schedule them again. Well, why not? Because they put a little scare in. Did it lose a close game to a ranked opponent, or was it repeatedly overwhelmed? Control this conference. Just compile wins against weak competition. All of that matters. The context matters. So the expansion creates a great space for the committee to reward some more deserving teams, but only if that's what they're actually going to do. If they use that space fairly, then the expansion is truly designed. That's what the expansion is designed to accomplish. I think it's here for a money grab. So, fam, I got a question, and I really want y'all to get in the chat and answer this for me, please. I know some of y'all working and lurking and all of that. Just a Y or an N in the chat. Should a losing conference record disqualify a team in March? If you got a losing record in one of the strongest conferences out there, should you receive an at-large bid? I really want y'all to answer that for me. If you have a losing record in one of the strongest conferences, should you receive an at-large bid? Like, you one game below 500 in a conference that sent 9 teams to the tournament. Should y'all get to go? That's what that's my question. That's what I want y'all to tell me in the chat. Because off rip, I was like, hell no, they shouldn't get to go. Just off the logic of the question. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, damn. What if they played 12 ranked opponents and beat 4 of them? Is that better than, is that a better resume than a mid-major that went 17-1 in the conference but only played 2 top 50 opponents all season? I think too many times teams get punished for playing in a strong conference. And I understand that losing close games to ranked teams is not the same as winning them. I understand it, right? I get that. So the resume has to at some point contain actual victories. I get that part. And I don't want to just dismiss a mid-major, because they didn't have access to the same schedule. But we got to think about both performance and opportunity, I think. The other thing about this expansion is the bubble ain't disappearing. We just going to be arguing over team number 76. Yes, if they have a losing record. Okay, Lisa Pugh, you say yes. If they got a losing record, okay. I mean, and I understand. There's always going to be some type of controversy. There's always going to be some team that's like, we had a stronger resume. There's always going to be some coach arguing that conference bias affected the decision. Fans is going to be comparing net rankings, strength of schedule, quality wins, bad losses, road records, all that stuff that we do, right? The selection pressure doesn't go anywhere. It just changes where the pressure exists. Personally, I don't know why the committee would do this to itself. Because they was already having trouble getting 68. So I think they're gonna have an even more difficult time trying to evaluate a larger group of programs that got similar resumes. They all about the same. This top 16 gonna be interesting though. True seeding. What the working team did during the season. If you earn if South Carolina is the number one overall team, place South Carolina first. If Texas is number 3, place Texas third. If LSU is number 10, put them 10. If Vandy is number 2, put them 2. Don't move a team simply to manufacture this conference separation. Now, the bracket is going to reflect what teams have earned. This is what they're telling us. Could y'all imagine if 1 through 10 is all SEC teams? What was the motivation behind expanding the 76 teams? The motivation behind expanding the 76 teams. Let me see the easiest way to explain that. Yeah, straight cash. It was the cash they wanted, I believe. Straight cash. Yeah, that's what I would say. Straight cash, homie. Straight cash, homie. Straight cash. It's not about the kids. Oh, Miracle Rider, you got to tell us about it. Nike alleviating the game with Coach Staley, Coach Beamer, and Jeremiah Donati. I always mess his name up. No, all money ain't good money. I agree. Hey, tell us about it, Miracle Rider. Now, the cost of the true season is that conference opponents is going to meet earlier. Program might face the team for the 3rd or 4th time, and it's not even Elite 8 action time, right? We could be playing Texas for the 4th time in around the 32. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. I don't think that'll really happen. That can create some incredible basketball early in the tournament. But it could also be frustrating as hell if you really want to see some national matchups. Like, damn, man, we playing Texas again. I wanted to play UCLA. I wanted to play Oregon. I wanted to play Arizona State. I wanted to play, I don't know, another team that might be out of conference that's really hooping right now. You know, South Carolina, we're going to play twice. We're going to play again in the SEC tournament. And then we play again in the Sweet 16, Vandy. North Carolina and Duke playing for a 3rd or 4th time in March. Do we already see this game, or are you gonna be like, man, this is the best game in those positions? Let them play. I'm gonna be like, we already saw this game, but these is the best teams in those positions, so let them play. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. I like the idea of true seeding. Do y'all like the idea of the true seeding? That's what I want to know. Do y'all think true and does true seeding? Because I keep hearing that that helps South Carolina. If we earn the number one overall position, we should receive the bracket path associated with being number one. Everybody else doing their number one, right? Don't ask us to carry a more difficult route because several SEC teams is highly ranked. True seeding should mean just that. And if that means it puts another elite SEC opponent in our region, bring their ass on then. See, we're not scared of nobody, anywhere, anytime, wherever. And that's the trade-off. I'm okay with that. Does it favor power conferences? It affects them. I think it affects the Power Four most directly because they're going to play several teams in the top 16. But I believe that the same principle applies to everybody, so I'm here for it. If a program from outside of Power Four is in that top 16 when it's all said and done, bring your ass on too. My concern is this: the committee's ranking process is not transparent enough. And we have to be able to trust what the rankings are underneath it. So they told us, okay, we made the net and we're going to use the net. Okay, well, how much does the net weigh? How much weight is given to road wins? How much does the margin of victory matter indirectly? How are injuries considered? And then how much does it you didn't lose good enough? How much does that weigh? Because y'all took an overall number one ranking from us because y'all said the games that we lost, we didn't lose them good enough. So I want the transparency from the committee right now. They keep coming up with different little ways and different little check boxes to check. Tell us what the weight is behind this stuff. How do y'all really compare a dominant mid-major with a major conference team carrying several losses? What does that look like? Because if the evaluation is unclear, then placing teams in true order, it doesn't eliminate the controversy. It just moves the controversy to the ranking process. I could get up here and talk to y'all about I could start a conversation about transparency around officiating in women's basketball, but we got basketball games coming on today. And that conversation could go a lot of places. But won't your true seeding come down to your strength of schedule, both non-conference and your overall record? No. When we talk about true seeding, we're talking about at the end of the season, if we are ranked number one in the nation, we're number one in we go number one into the tournament. Who's ever 1 through 16. Whoever those are, that's your ranking going into the tournament. Now figure out everything else. It's supposed to come down to your strength of schedule, non-conference, all that. All that stuff is really nice, but because of the way the people who make the decisions, because of the way that they take in basketball, which is box scores and highlights and think pieces and what socials are saying instead of really watching basketball. None of that, all of that stuff is just cute little shit to say. Because it really comes down to popularity in some situations. True seeds means place them strictly where they rank. Separate them mean the committee should continue protecting conference opponents from early meetings. So like when Kim Mulkey was arguing that really she should have been playing us, I think she said. Right? But they trying to keep people out of the same region. Trying not to repeat games. The committee get to be in creative, moving people around. That means number 8 and number 9 in a bracket could be playing against each other and be conference rivals. I'm here for it. Let's go. The championship is on the line. I don't care who you put in front of us. Oh, so all that won't matter. It's whatever you rank going into the NCAA tournament. No, only for the top 16. 1 through 16. 1 through 16. 1 through 16 only. Then they're gonna do some of that. Then they'll get to doing their math and evaluations and figuring out and all that. Now, okay, yeah. The event celebrated the partnership with Nike. The coaches stated the athletes are excited to be with Nike. It's good for recruiting. Donati, athletic director, food, open bar, and Nike gift bag. Love that. Was it SCLA? Where was it at? Love that. Miracle Rider, thank you for sharing that with us. Oh, and before we move on to other stuff, I want to go back to Texas real quick. We was talking about these assistant coaches coming in. I wanted to ask the chat if you thought Vivian's coming in is a good thing. Is it for Madison Booker, right? How much does it help Madison Booker? Because I had to go back and do some research. Vivian's was a feature scorer on Schaefer's team. So she's coming in knowing what it's like to, of course, get the best defender, play in the major NCAA tournament game, um, physicality. Will she be able to help Booker with the basketball side, but also the emotional side of being the player everybody expects to deliver? Like this year, we talk about no bright lights Booker. I'm gonna be honest. The lights are as bright as they've ever been on Madison Booker this year. Am I tripping? Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. And then what do we really expect right there? The lights are hot in Texas on Madison Booker. The Texas Longhorns, I think the Texas Longhorn fans act like they should have been won the championship 3 years ago. So they've been expecting a championship. If she's not able to even get them to a championship game, what does that have? What effect does that have on her college legacy? Oh yeah, like no Rory. This is you. This is you, Maddie Book. This is you. Colonial Life Arena. They turned the court into a banquet room. Love it. Love it. So and I also think this is going to be interesting because I think that we're going to have the same questions about Sarah Strong. But how do you respond after a poor shooting game? How do you lead when you're frustrated? How do you stay aggressive when the defense sends 2 players? How do you balance scoring and making the correct pass? How is she going to prepare for the professional level without being distracted with this current season? Vivians have lived versions of all of them questions. That's going to be able to help her. Can Maddie Book deliver? Can Madison Booker deliver? And what does delivering look like for Maddie Book this season? Is it a national championship game? Is it Final Four? What is it? What is that? I also think that Vivian will be able to help with you know filling in what what Sid was doing. I mean, building the player relationships, recruiting energy, professional credibility in Texas. But losing Sydney Carter, I'm not gonna act like losing her doesn't matter. But assistants move, programs adjust. I get that part. They need to let out that they're not trying to have Vivians come in there and be a Sydney Carter. Like, she needs to come in there and just be Victoria. But what a weird time to shake up the coaching staff. But maybe not. Maybe not. I would have thought that people would have had their staffs in place by now. But I see several programs here in the last week picked up assistants. Now let's have some fun. Let's talk to players who can define the individual awards conversation. I wanted to have this conversation the other day, but we didn't get that. This is gonna be an interesting race. These candidates, the names that I'm hearing out there, they all offer different kind of arguments, right? Somebody's gonna have the statistics. Somebody's gonna be the strongest two-way impact. Somebody's gonna be the most important player on the number one team. Somebody's gonna be returning from injury. Somebody's gonna be carrying a program with a major roster transition. What do y'all think really should even determine the National Player of the Year? Michelle Sessions, good morning, fam. Top of the AM. What's the deal? I don't know. Raw production, efficiency, defense, team success, leadership, impact, availability. Probably the best answer is probably a combination of all of them. So when I was doing my research and looking at articles and asking people questions, and I'm not saying that all of these come from experts or anything like that. It's not what I'm saying. But these are the names that I got. So let's talk about it. First up, Hannah Hidalgo. Does Hannah have a real shot at National Player of the Year this year? Three-time All-American, reigning Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. In a tournament run, listen. Her numbers was ridiculous. 25.5 points, 11 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 7.3 steals per game. 7.3 steals per guy. That's sick. That's just sick. What I'm excited about is the defense that'll be behind her. So, like, even if Hannah don't get the steal, Anaya can get the block. I like that for Notre Dame. When Hannah's active, teams get hesitant. They get hesitant. Because when Hannah's active and out there in the passing lanes, like just a routine pass, routine pass can turn into a transition opportunity quick, just like that. And then her anticipation, and what makes her especially dangerous is that Hannah's quick enough to convert the defense into offense before you even realize the ball got stolen, before the other team can even fucking organize. Will Notre Dame consistently support her to really make a run at National Player of the Year? That's my question. Will they have enough around her? Like, she can dominate and still lose if the offense is too Hannah or bust. I'm not here like, ooh, they've got a really high championship ceiling. That's not where I'm at with Notre Dame. They're gonna have to show me, but the rest of the lineup is gonna have to show up and punish teams for paying too much attention to Hannah. you believe you have to win deep in the tournament to be National Player of the Year? No. Okay, wait. Let me back up because I know my CRS been messing up. But National Player of the Year is a regular season award, right? It's basically a regular season, and the MOP is most outstanding player in the tournament. Is that how it goes? Or am I tripping? Remind me. Y'all keep me honest. Keep me honest. Because I am talking National Player of the Year as if that is a regular season award. So y'all keep me honest. Y'all keep me honest. Another player they say gonna be in the National Player of the Year conversation. Madison Booker. I'm not sold, but this is the way too early conversation. So I'm entertaining the names that were shared with me. And I get it. The argument made for Madison was that she has size and can operate from the mid range. And she can't. She can operate from the mid range, sees the floor, can score without you know getting too reckless. But with Rory gone, I think defense is going to attempt to make her initiate, create, and finish too many possessions. I was talking overall. Okay. I hope that Texas doesn't try to make Madison Booker too versatile, right? And what I mean by that is like being like, oh, she's versatile, and then using that as an excuse to put every responsibility on her. That's not gonna work. And I'm really interested to see because I saw Maddie Book. Do y'all remember Madison crashing out in the South Carolina game? Do y'all remember that? Put it in the chat if y'all remember what it was that Maddie crashed out and said to Rory. Y'all put that in the chat if y'all remember that. Because they're gonna be asking her to do a lot to be National Player of the Year. She's gonna have to create more and not turn the ball over, maintain defensive effort, and carry a larger offensive load. She already didn't play that much defense to me anyway. Is she gonna elevate the players around her? It's a lot that they're gonna be asking Maddie to me that she would have to do to be in consideration for National Player of the Year to me. But I got my biases. I have my biases. Next up, on the list, Mikayla Blakes. Listen, Blakes or Bus had a historic year. Okay. I mean, led the nation in scoring, second All American selection. But this next level of recognition has to come with team success. Are they going to be able? Is Vandy going to be able to convert Blakes or Bust into like a deep postseason run? I don't know. Not if they stay Blakes or Bust. Not if they stay Blakes or Bust. They ain't. Big Draco, what's up? This is the year that Mikayla Blakes has to come in and maintain like the efficiency with everybody scouting for her. I don't know, and I think what's interesting to me is that true seeding change. I think it creates a real interesting path for Vandy. If they earn the top 16 position, they're gonna be where they resume say they belong, but it's also gonna put them in a situation where they're gonna have to meet somebody in the SEC sooner. So she Blakes will have to defeat some familiar elite competition. So, Malik, you thinking just like me, Big Draco? Woolfolk should help Vandy a lot. But you know what? She only helps Vandy a lot if they use her. If they don't use her, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing with them. Are y'all gonna use her? That's my question for them. Like, what are y'all gonna do about? Are y'all gonna really use her? Because they also had was that Mitchell? Who was number 14 last night? They had the Mitchell. They had number 14 too. That had some size that they didn't use. So I don't know. I don't know. They didn't use Sasha the way I thought that they would with her coming back. I thought that they just leaned too much into Mikayla. They put too much on Mikayla. Now we're gonna see how is Galvin grown now that you here, you've been here, you experienced it, you lived and survived the SEC. What you gonna do with it now, Chi-Town? I'm excited to see what she does. And I know that Galvin has size may be limited in some situations, but she's a fighter. She's definitely a fighter. But I like Woolfolk. I like Woolfolk at Indiana. I mean Indiana. I like Woolfolk at Vandy. Sorry, y'all. A picture of Indy just popped up. Let me see who else. What other names did they give me? What other names did they give me? Oh, here go a phone. It's the system. It's not the players. It's Gino. Mike, go back and check the tape. Our defensive game plan was the exact same for both teams. UConn was just better, so the score wasn't as lopsided. Okay. What up, Jay? So the next player on the list that for National Player of the Year conversation, Rolls Royce, Joyce Edwards. I mean, for me, Joyce is in the conversation because production and championship expectations. Joyce is going to have some opportunities to dominate and also show that she can share the floor with one of the deepest rosters in the country. I love that. Her listen, and this is the thing. Raw numbers are not always going to reflect her total impact. I get that part. South Carolina is probably never going to be in a situation where we need Joyce to take 25 shots, or Joyce, if you don't play 38 minutes, what is Lee's going to do? That's not it, because we're going to win games by using our depth rather than relying on one star. So for some people who don't really watch basketball, that may make an individual award case more difficult to see. But when Edwards becomes South Carolina's late game offensive answer and continues improving as a playmaker and defender, she's gonna sit right there at the center of the goddamn conversation. The problem becomes, do the voters reward the player with the largest statistics or the best player on the best team? Because to me, when Joyce is averaging slightly less points than Hidalgo and Blakes, but leading the number one team in the country, that's an intense ass debate. Like, we have to have that conversation. We can't keep leaving her out the conversation. That is not a true assessment on the talent that's out here. If we keep leaving her out the conversation because she gets her work done early, she's efficient enough where she don't have to do all of that extra stuff. Now, you done worked yourself to a death. You got all these points, but you ain't got no trophy. And we got to stop punishing her. We got to stop punishing South Carolina Gamecocks because of that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. The game speaks for itself. We gonna have a Gamecock session. We can talk there. I don't want to make this all about the Gamecocks, but still. Joyce numbers won't be as big as last year. She still will be a focal point for us, but she has more help around her now, which will make her efficiency improve. Hey, listen, and the thing that people don't, the thing that people didn't notice, Michelle Sessions, check this out. Last season, Joyce took a jump from I think 12.9 points to like 19.2, and her efficiency improved too. That's the crazy part. But they won't talk about that part. They won't talk about that part. And that is the thing that is that's one of the things that pisses me the fuck off the most. Efficiency matters, especially in basketball. Efficiency matters. It took you 13 fuck shit shots to get 13 points. That's not impressive to me. Not impressive at all. Now we got to talk Sarah Strong. The Sarah Strong conversation is interesting because, let me see, the voters don't like team basketball or team efficiency. They like for everything to be about one person. Okay. As I read your comment, you know what I thought? The actual first thought that popped in my head is I wish we had some fucking winners voting. I wish that the only people that could vote was some people who fucking won before. I'm tired of losers and shit doing the vote. Does that make sense? Oh goodness. I wish some winners was out here. Because a winner is gonna respect how hard they had to work to win. A winner is gonna want you to have to work as hard as they had to work to win. They're not going to want to hand you any fucking thing. My goodness. I think that should be the criteria. If you ain't got a championship ring, don't get in the voting booth. Just don't get in the voting booth. If you ain't never won nothing, quit voting. Because you're really just messing this up for everybody else. Sorry about that. I, seriously, I really think so. Like, if you haven't ever won, how you shouldn't be voting. You really disrespect the game and the hard work that people put in to be able to get to the championship, to be able to get to these wins. So if you can't, I don't know. I don't know how to fix it, y'all. But something has to be done. So I want to see a change. But Sarah Strong, health is going to be a question, right? Availability has to be part of an award season. If she's available and UConn stays near the top of the national rankings, she's gonna be in the conversation. There's no way that if she's healthy, she shouldn't dominate the little least. We've seen her be able to influence the game without dominating the ball. We know she scores, rebounds, facilitates defense. She does all of that, right? Operate from different areas of the floor. What I'm interested in this season is how many people take what they saw Raven and Gotti and our defense be able to do to Sarah and try to duplicate that tape. It's not a lot of teams that can, but I'm wondering, especially in the non-conference, how many people really try to get up in Sarah, right? Get in her jersey and frustrate her and get her off her game. I don't know that we knew that about her until we saw her tear that jersey up. When she tore that jersey up, I said, don't show us don't show us that that's the weakness. They've been looking around here trying to figure out how to stop you, and all it is get up. You don't like the physicality of it. Oh, I'm in your jersey now. I don't necessarily have to put somebody on you that is the same size as you, as long as I can get somebody that is up, that is in your jersey and pestering you. If I'm the coach, I'm looking to see, hey, when I'm playing UConn, who gonna make Sarah tear jersey up tonight? Because I believe that that's still in her. Another thing is outside of her being able to control her own emotions, right? She's also going to be really depending heavily on whether the guards around her grow. If UConn get to struggling when she fall off when she leave the floor, now, and I get it, that's gonna be like, oh yeah, she's really important. But if they can't hold the lead when she go to the bench, that's going to limit their success. So interested to see what happens with Sarah Strong, especially with her managing Achilles soreness, and being out of basketball this summer. Really interested to see how she comes back this offseason. Now, what's interesting is this. I don't remember what Sarah's injury was after the McDonald's All-American game, but I remember her and Joyce played the McDonald's All-American game. Joyce should have been the McDonald's All-American game MVP. They did some kind of co-MVP thing. If it had been anybody else other than Sarah Strong, it probably would have been different, but I digress. Anyway, I remember that they shut her down after that season and got her healthy. I don't know if anybody does know. I'm curious now if that also was an Achilles soreness. Like, is this something that we've been managing for a few years now, and we should be concerned, or like, what are we managing it for? Like, you managed it through a whole offseason. You managed it you played on it through a whole season. Can it heal? Just sit the hell down and get healthy. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing in that case? Like, I'm really unsure as to why we're playing through this soreness or whatever this is. So what you gonna do when Joyce block her shot again, or when Gotti or Jordan or Tessa, etc., get up in her jersey this season? And I expect the frustration, but even before she plays them, what would she do? Like, I want to know what other teams try to. Let me see who they play. Let me see if there's anybody really else that they can play that defend like that. Okay. Okay, yeah. So they got to play Michigan. I don't know if Michigan have any real pesky defenders like that. I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know. Iowa, I don't know. We'll see what Chit Chat and Carnegie do. Louisville, something interesting with those guards do. Roberts, I know Roberts not gonna be able, probably won't be on her, but like, I guess that would be Barry. I don't know. I'm just interested to see Duke. I'm sure Carol Lawson saw that, and we'll be trying to have a defensive plan for that. Maryland, I don't know if they can do anything with it, but LSU. Let me tell you something. I mean this from the bottom of I really, really, really mean this. I really, really, I want to say this. Y'all know how I feel about LSU. I'm not a fan of LSU, but I like some players on LSU, right? I like some players on LSU. I cheer for LSU when they're not playing against us, because I like some players on the team. I can't think of ever a time when I was like, I want Kim Mulkey to win. But let me tell y'all how in the fuck I am going to cackle if Kim Mulkey beats Gina. I am actively, let me tell y'all something. Y'all hear me? Don't take my South Carolina Gamecock card for this. Listen to me. I am actively rooting for every female coach that Gino sees this season to be his ass. Do you hear me? To beat Michigan. Uh uh one second, y'all. All right. Let me see who else. Don Staley. Carol Lawson. I'm never actively rooting for Carol Lawson. Let me tell y'all something. Carol Lawson. Uh, I am serious, y'all. Brenda Freeze. Brenda Freeze. I am actively listen. Every time Gino see a whooping, every time Gino see a woman, I want him to get a whooping. Every time he see a woman, I want him to get a whooping this season. Do you hear me? I don't know how many opportunities we got. Syracuse. Hey, started off with a whooping. Every time he see a woman, I want him to catch a whooping. See a woman, catch a whooping. That's what I'm on for Gino this year. He gonna put some respect on. He gonna put some respect on these women's names, and he definitely gonna put some respect on these black women's names, and he definitely gonna put. He damn show gonna put some respect on Don Staley's name. I'm here for it. Yeah, see a woman, get a whooping. See a woman, get a whooping. The fact that he's playing in the Women's Champions Classic, I want a woman to beat him in the Women's Champions Classic, period. That's where I'm at with it, Lisa Pugh. Take it how you will. Take it how you will. Let's talk JuJu Watkins. Let's talk JuJu Watkins in the National Player of the Year conversation. JuJu comes back. If she's healthy, regains, if she's just at her previous level, I'm expecting her to probably be better than her previous level because of the growth that I watched her have on the bench last year, just with her voice and the opportunity that she's had to be able to watch her team. So I expect her to be better. But if she's even at her previous level, I said yesterday, I think the award already had her name on it. Like I think that they already have her penciled in as the number one pick in the WNBA draft, unless something else happens. Like I think that they set her up to. Those are things that are hers. They're hers to lose. Yeah, whip. Yeah, you see a woman get a whooping. See a woman get a whooping for real. And I'm not expecting her to prove everything immediately. That's not what I'm looking for JuJu. Because I'm not interested in seeing Coach G run her into the ground. That's not what I'm here for. So, and I don't want the award conversation to put pressure on her. She's recovering. Don't be chasing statistics. Be JuJu. I think if she's dominant by conference play, she's in the conversation. For me, I want the listen. How many games she played, minutes, how efficient, did they protect her early? Did she become the player we remember by February or March? Um, what are the Trojans going to remain nationally competitive as she's working back into her form? Those are the things. I think this is going to be probably one of the most important stories that they talk about in the sport is her comeback. So I think this is set up to be about JuJu. JuJu has a little bit more help this year, so I don't have to be she doesn't have to be so one-dimensional. No, she shouldn't be. She shouldn't have to be. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. And now you know what it is. You know what else is cool? Michelle Sessions is that. What's cool for JuJu is that the help that she has around her is more experienced than they would have been because she was out last year. Right. So I know she didn't want to be out last year, but a benefit of that. One of the good things that came out of that, I should say, is they're going to be more seasoned than they would have been. Teach me dance. So what's up? For me, when I think about the National Player of the Year, I wanted to value raw production. I wanted to value two-way impact, health, leadership, efficiency, performance in major games, team success. The best player doesn't always have to be on the best team. I get that part. But team success has to matter. When the people in the conversation, when the leading candidates are really close, to me, team success should be the difference maker. If you got comparable production that one consistently drives a national championship contender, and you just driving, somebody that's on their way to, the Galveston, yeah, that matters. Yeah, another great conversation. Another great conversation. I got to get ready to get out of here because I got to get ready for the bets. For the bets show. I got to get ready for the bets show. I can't wait for year 2 of Jazzy. Should be fun to watch. Jazzy was fun to watch last year. And hope this year that she gets to be Jazzy and not JuJu 2.0. Jeez. Hey, next time we talk college hoops. I want to talk national breakout candidates. Potential national breakout candidates. So that's like, is Toby Fournier gonna have a national breakout year this year? Will Sienna Betts? Will Jordan Lee? Imari Berry? I don't know. Let's talk about what makes a true breakout. What makes a true breakout player? Hey, y'all, looking forward to the fan court conversation today at 3:00. I gotta get up and get picks by 11:15, so I get those done. And then we got the CC show at 12:00. The CC show at 12:00. We're gonna be talking WNBA. What happened last night? What to expect for tonight's games we got coming up. So we're gonna talk about last night: Dream, Mercury, Liberty Storm, Mystics, Wings, Sky, Sparks, and then we're gonna get ready for Aces, Fever, Sparks, Lynx, Tempo, Fire. So if you're around, pull up, man. Look for the link. If it's your first time here, make sure that you have hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you never miss a drop. And everybody else, man, make sure you hit the like and share. They both right there. Help push us out into the algorithm. I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Talk soon. Check ball. We up. Cess Talk Sports.